Val Garay talks about the greatest guy he's ever worked with, and he's worked with a lot of people. James Taylor, Frankie Valli, Elton John, all the guys in the immediate family, but there's one guy he signaled out as the greatest guy he's ever worked with on Rock History Music.
I just asked David Paich about every time I talk to David Paich, we're always talking about Neil Diamond, and he was there for I think he was on Serenade, and then By Beautiful Noise came out. He was doing Starting Toto. But what was to you? What was Neil Diamond like?
He was the greatest guy I've ever worked with. I mean, he was just an amazingly great human being. I mean, just so natural and so simple, and he isn't the greatest singer in the world, but the minute you hear his voice, you know it's him. He's got one of those kind of voices that it's just instantly identifiable, and he's a great songwriter. I mean, obviously, he wrote a lot of hits for other people. He wrote a hit for the Monkees. He's a good songwriter.
Tell me about Hot August Night too. I mean, so I hear the story is he recorded back at the Greek because he had done Love at the Greek, and then of course one of my favorite all-time albums, Hot August Night 1. Love that intro, but he didn't like the mixes when you came in. By the time you came in, he had already recorded some concerts. How did that go?
He'd already done about 6 or 7 nights of live recording at the Greek Theater. And I can't remember how it happened, how we ended up getting hooked up, but basically what he wanted me to do was come in and evaluate what he had, and would I produce this record with him, which he ended up making me the producer. But he asked me if I would come in and produce this record with him because he wasn't sure that what he was getting was good enough. And I came in and listened to everything that he'd already recorded, and I didn't really like any of it. I thought it was not up to Neil Diamond's standards, I guess is the best way to describe it. So I suggested that he book some more dates and we go out on the road and do more recording. And we did. We went to Minneapolis and did another 4 nights there. And I would say that was probably 90% of that record. And the other 10% was stuff that was previously done that I kind of worked very hard to make it as good as the stuff we did.
In passing in this interview, I asked Val Garay about the big parties that Mama Cass would have at her house. Richie Fiore, Val Garay's good friend since the 1960s, told me about those big parties, but Richie wasn't really a big party animal. But through talking about this, the name Janis Joplin came up. And this is what he said about the place where Janis passed away.
Oh, Janis Joplin, yeah. She died in that motel right on Franklin. Right on Franklin. I know the exact place. I've been to a couple of parties in the 60s there at that motel.
Remember, if you want to join our mailing list, we will send you the videos we release twice a week so you won't miss them, because if you're a subscriber to this channel, it doesn't mean you're going to get notified that we have a brand new video. I'm not sure why that's the case. It's been the case for a long time for a lot of content creators. So join our mailing list, make it easy. Twice a week, we'll send you the new videos we release. The link to joining is at the very top of the description of this video. I'm John Bowden. This is Rock History Music. Take care.